The Discumfuture of Shaitakhan. So let's start. Shaitakhan's campaign. In spite of repeated efforts in which he left no stone unturned, Adil Shah of Bijapur could not force Shivaji to surrender. Every Sardar of Bijapur who was sent against Shivaji was defeated. Adil Shah at last gave up the fight, made peace with Shivaji, and gave recognition to his independent kingdom. Shivaji thus had peace for some time on his southern border. In the meanwhile, constant Mughal attacks from the north and particularly ruined Maharashtra. Shivaji therefore turned his attention northwards and carried out raids in the territory of the Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb. These irritated Aurangzeb and he sent Shaitakhan, his uncle, to deal with Shivaji and teach him a lesson. Shaitakhan, with a huge army of 75,000 men and hundreds of elephants, camels, and pieces of cannon, marched on Pune. On the way, he captured the towns of Shirwal, Shivapur, Saswad, and finally laid siege to the fort of Purandar. Nothing could stop his advance but once of Maratha. The Maratha troops moved very fast on their swift Bhimthadi ponies. They also traveled very light. They could not traverse the hills and valleys in the shortest possible time on army rations consisting of onions and bajra bread. This type of welfare perfected by the Marathas was unknown to Shaitakhan. Tired of the continuous harassment by the Maratha troops, he at last raised the siege of Firangoji Narsala. So let's start. Shaitakhan then continued his march on Pune. First, he captured the fort of Chakan. Firangoji Narsala fought to defend the fort with great bravery and skill against the army of Shaitakhan. For 2 months he kept Shaitakhan at bay, but he was helpless against the guns of Shaitakhan. Shaitakhan was much impressed with the way Firangoji defended the fort and offered him service with the Mughal emperor. Firangoji, however, refused this tempting offer. Next, Shaitakhan in Lal Mahal. So let's start. Shaitakhan came to Pune and made Lal Mahal Shivaji's residence his headquarters. 1 year passed. Then another year, Shaitakhan would not leave Pune. On the contrary, his troops would raid Shivaji's territory, destroy crops, and take away the cattle. In this way, he started devastating the surrounding countryside. Next, a bold plan. So let's start. At last, Shivaji decided to teach Shaitakhan a lesson. In a way, it was good, and Shaitakhan was staying in Lal Mahal. Shivaji knew that place inside out, with all its entrances and exits, its secret passages, doors, and windows. Besides, Shivaji's spies were keeping him well informed about the disposition of the Khan's troops. Shivaji therefore decided to enter Lal Mahal on night and kill Shaitakhan. This was indeed a very bold plan. Lal Mahal was so well guarded that even an ant would find it difficult to get through. 75,000 troops were campaigning outside the place. No armed Maratha was allowed to enter the town, but Shivaji had made up his mind and there was none who could turn him away from his resolve. Shivaji fixed the date to carry out the plan on the night of 5th April 1663. A marriage procession of passing along the streets of Pune. There was music and fireworks accompanied the procession. Hundreds of people dressed in fine clothes were in the procession. Some were in palanquins, others in means, while many more were on foot. Shivaji, with his band of trust followers, joined the procession to give the impression that they were a part of it. After some time, the procession proceeded on its way, but Shivaji and his men moved away quietly in the direction of Lal Mahal. Shaistakhan was fast asleep at this hour. Next, Shaistakhan learns a lesson. So let's start. Shaistakhan made a hole in the wall and entered Lal Mahal. He had no trouble in finding his way about because it was, after all, his own house. The Khan's bodyguards were half asleep. Shivaji's followers tied them up. Shivaji went disappear deeper inside. Suddenly, someone rushed at him with a sword. Shivaji killed him. He thought it was Shaistakhan, but it was his son. There was a commotion. People woke up. Shivaji went straight to the Khan's chambers and took out his sword. Terrified, the Khan started shouting, the devil, and tried to escape through the window. Shivaji struck him with the sword, which cut off 3 fingers of the Khan. The Khan could have lost his life, but he escaped with the loss of 3 fingers only. The Khan jumped out of the window and made for safety. To deceive the Khan's troops, Shivaji and his men raised the cry, "Shivaji has attacked! Run, catch him!" and start to run themselves. The Khan's troops also started running in all directions. In the confusion that followed, Shivaji and his men made their escape and reached Simhagad. The Khan's troops spent the whole night looking in vain for Shivaji and his troops. This incident took the fight out of Shaistakhan. He was afraid that if he lost only his fingers in the first attack, Shivaji might cut his head off in the second. Aurangzeb was furious when he heard of this episode. Shaistakhan lost the emperor's favor and was transferred to Bengal. This was the first serious blow to the Mughal power. Shivaji had successfully murdered the lion in his own den. Gunfire announced the victory and a wave of joy went all over Maharashtra. The story is end. Jai Bhavani, Jai Shivaji.